Guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, which means it's time for a little bit of gaming news, any personal updates I need to make, as well as pay no attention to the fact that Scary Game Squad is here. It's not important at this time. Thank you guys so much, as always, for all the support. We are playing through Symphony of War and, of course, the really wonderful Live Alive. I am having some recording issues on Live Alive because I'm bad at it, but it's getting worked out, and they're both fun games. I can't, when I'm playing one game, I want to be playing the other game, which sucks, but you know, we'll figure it out. Before we get into the gaming news, I wanted to let you guys know that I am incredibly freaking stressed right now. It has been a very terrible time at my work, and I just want to let you know that whenever you guys like or comment and stuff, it really means a lot to me. To make the work story short, just so you know where my head's at lately, if you think, wow, Cal sounds really frustrated in this game, but he's not doing that bad. There is supposed to be 8 people on my team at my regular 9 to 5, as we'll call it, and it is currently down to 5. We're going to fix it to lose another person. 2 more will be added to make it 6. That will make it better, and then they're going to work on hiring the last 2 people. It's been this way for a damn freaking year almost. Last year, a couple of people were just phoning it in, and I believe they were told, hey, either transfer somewhere else in the organization or you're fired, but we're not going to let you can't be here phoning it in anymore. My quality of work is high, the amount of work I do is stupidly high, and everything on the team is team-based, which I have talked to managers and directors about, and they've said, well, we'll look into it, but, you know, that's what they do sometimes when they're just trying to placate you a little. So it looks like it's finally going to start getting better, and I'm getting less stressed, and I'm trying to be better about eating better, sleeping more, and working out more. Although my exercise bike has some kind of weird thing wrong with one of the pedals, and I'm going to check and see if I can either get it fixed or if I just have to replace it. I'm hoping I can get it fixed, because replacing it's kind of expensive. But that's enough of the griping. Let's get to some actual gaming news. Before we get to the story that we have this week for you guys, I want to let you know that I found 2 games that might be good fits for the Cows channel. First of all, this game is called Adventure Academia, but you probably know it more as the dungeon crawling game Class of Heroes, or when it was on the PSP. Those were some really fun games. They're deceptively harder than you think, even with all the cutesy little graphics, so don't let those fool you. And basically, you play as this dude whose headmaster father goes away. It has a really interesting battle mechanic where you summon all of your people around you like a shield, and then you fight in real time, and you get parties and boss monsters and all kinds of stuff. Just watch this for a second. See, look at this character design. You would... Weird that it's showing me my recommendations, but oh well. And I always like all the different races, and I would like it if you could have, if they would have done a dungeon crawler with more characters, because I love dungeon crawlers, but this whole drag and drop thing looks kind of interesting. But yeah, that's just a really quick look at that. And then we have another game that I've recently found that may... This game, I think, is already on Steam. This one is not. Just gonna make sure you guys can hear me. But it's done in this really cool, like, ancient Japanese style, and the monsters are more Japanese too. Although they do have stuff like paladins and stuff. But this is just a really cool, unique looking dungeon crawler. I am all for cool, unique looking dungeon crawlers, my man. But yeah, I am totally up for this. And I don't even know what those things are, but they look dangerous. It says hashtag Steam, so I think it just hasn't been announced. I believe they both come out in September. Which is very good, because I don't want to just show the trailer. I don't want the developers to get mad at me. Which is very good because, as you know, we have finally, thank God in heaven, we are finally going to get to play the 2 Point Campus game that got delayed from the beginning of summer. Almost ruined the gaming schedule that we had for the channel, but it's coming out in August. And that means that we'll have Symphony of War, we'll have More Live Alive, and we'll have 2 Point Campus. And then September, we will possibly have this one, possibly have a dungeon crawler to go through, along with any other cool games that come up, because sometimes they just come up. Guys, we'll go and move on to news. I believe there's only one news story left, but thank you guys, and let's get to it. And finally for this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have a really cool announcement from Square Enix. Now, Square Enix is the master of Japanese RPGs, and they make so many amazing games. But lately, people have been criticizing the fact that Final Fantasy plays more like a Western game. Now, that doesn't mean that the last Final Fantasies haven't been good. And in fact, they're pretty fun. But a couple of years ago, one of the developers of Final Fantasy remarked that they were taking a lot of inspiration from Call of Duty. The issue with that is that when I want to play Call of Duty, I'll go play Call of Duty. I don't need my JRPGs to play like Call of Duty. So we thought that maybe we weren't getting a lot of the kinds of strategy or role-playing games that we used to love Square Enix for. The good news is that that has not been the case over the past year. We had the amazing Triangle Strategy. Pick it up if you have not. And it's one of the games that I played that really encouraged me to get the equipment that allows me to put games like Live Alive, a remake that is, I really do hope, selling gangbusters. It's incredibly fun. It's on the channel. Go check it out. But new details have emerged about a remake of Tactics Ogre. For those of you who don't know, Ogre Battle is a series that really peaked in the 90s. It had some amazing strategy games and some turn-based games, and in fact, Tactics Ogre's team was recruited and did the phenomenally well-received Final Fantasy Tactics games, and spawned all of those strategy games. So it's a really big deal. It's a series that I really wish they would either reboot or continue, depending on how they want to do it. And it looks like the cow is finally getting his wish from all wonderful people at Polygon. Thank you to Michael McWhorter. I apologize if I got your name wrong, sir. Who has written this up, but this is everywhere. Square Enix Tactics Ogre Remake has leaked and is coming this November. I'm a little disappointed to see it coming during such a busy holiday season, but you know there's going to be so many shooters and action games that this may actually do well, because it's going to be that different thing. There is a PlayStation Store description, and they have not officially announced it. This is coming from leaks on the PlayStation Store. It was accidentally up for a while earlier this year, and some people have screenshots like this that you're playing. And we have a list of the improvements. This is not just a nice digital update, although look at this, man. Look at this beautiful screenshot. Now, if you've ever seen the original PlayStation stuff for the PlayStation or the PSP, it's a lot more grainy, and this is high quality, really good artwork, and I'm really happy for it. We also have a list of improvements, including, like I said, new high-definition graphics, a revamped enemy AI, fully voiced cutscenes in both English and Japanese, Because look, the English voice acting is usually pretty good, but sometimes those Japanese voice actors really kill it. And music that's been re-recorded with live performances. That's amazing. We also have quality of life controls like quicker paced battles, auto-saving, and a complete overhaul to the controls and user interface. Now, I never got to play Tactics Ogre, but this next part is very important. They have revised the class-wide level management system used in the remake of Tactics Ogre Let Us Clean Together. Reborn has been updated to use a unit-by-unit level system. So what does that mean if you don't know? Because I had to look it up too. Well, basically, you would upgrade your classes not individually, but just as a whole. And it is one of the biggest complaints that people had about the 2010 release of this game, is that it was clunky and hard to use and not very good, and just, you know, letting you train the individual characters like, say, a dungeon crawling game or in Final Fantasy Tactics where you can just make people be different is really what players prefer, and they are apparently going through that for this. Now, it's leaked previously in the form of a trademark from Square Enix, and Nvidia accidentally, as we can see here, released it. Now, because of that, we're pretty sure that it's heading to Windows PC, as well as the fact that in this day and age, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be on at least the Switch and the PC, maybe even your Xbox. Now, all of the leaks, though, have come from, with the exception of the Nvidia thing, have come from PlayStation sources. So we know it's coming for PlayStation 4 and 5. But I'm positive that if you own a PC or a Switch, you're going to be really happy this November. Now, it was originally released in '95 for the Super Famicom in Japan and later ported to the original PlayStation and Sega Saturn. It was never released in America, by the way. Not in the Super Famicom. I believe you could play the PlayStation Sega Saturn, and then a decade later it was released for the PSP. It is the successor to Quest's Ogre Battle series, and you play as Denim Pavel, a resistance fighter in the Kingdom of Valeria, in a branching story with multiple outcomes. It's the thing that really gets the cow excited for his channel. So this is probably coming in about 4 months to the channel, guys. And I hope that you really enjoy it, and I hope that I really enjoy it. But that is our trial version of what is hopefully the weekly Cow's Opinion. Thank you guys for tuning it in. Thank you. But yeah, thank you for tuning it in. This is my effort to try and make the YouTube algorithm like us a little bit less, just by putting guaranteeing content every day of the week, which is unfortunate. But, you know, I play a lot of games, but I don't always play enough games to guarantee 7 days worth of game episodes. So, doing stuff about what I like or really important gaming news and opinions, I think is going to be something that is really going to help. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. It really does help if you ring that bell and hit the subscribe button and comment down there. Are you interested in Tactics Ogre? Have some of my older viewers ever played Tactics Ogre or any of the other Ogre battles, and would you like to see more of this? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you very much for your time, and just have a good week. Games are awesome, and you deserve some awesome in your life. I'll see you next time.